Hey, coaches, welcome to day 8 of the 30 for 30. I am Coach Ron McKie. If this is the first time visiting my channel, welcome. If you like talking about spread offenses, passing schemes, running schemes, tempo, any and everything that has to do with just football in general, hit that subscribe button down below, and then off to the side is a bell notification. Click that, and it'll let you know when I go live. What we're going to talk about, if you were here yesterday or last night, we talked about the divide concept of the run and shoot, and we did it against a one high or two high formation. Coach Anthony, what's going on, man, from Pennsylvania? What we're going to do today is we're going to go over the divide concept, but we're now going to go against a one high, and it changes things up just a little bit. But before we do it, please, hey, let me know when you're calling in from. Put it in the comments below. Let me know if this sounds good by giving me a thumbs up, or if this is something you want me to talk more of, run and shoot, give me a thumbs up. As you know, the XFL has the run and shoot going on with it with Coach June Jones. I am really, really in love with it. The run and shoot was my very first love. Quick story while coaches are coming in. Welcome, coaches. When I was in college was when Colt, Brennan, and Hawaii were just running shop. And I would actually stay home instead of going out to parties because I'm a huge football nerd. I would put in my VHS into my VCR. Those are some letters a lot of y'all probably don't remember. And I would record the games. Then once the games were over with, I would then sit down and pad them out. Now, I didn't know what the hell I was doing because I had no idea what the run and shoot was. I just know that Hawaii was scoring a bunch of points. They kept talking about some kind of run and shoot offense. June Jones was sitting on the sideline with that leg going on, and I just thought it was the awesomest thing ever. And that was my first love. That I dove into that rabbit hole. Mouse Davis, John Jenkins, the quarterback manual, all that. And then here I am. And what I'm going to go over is the divide concept with one high. So let me pull this up just a little bit right here so y'all can see. Remember, weekends, we got this because I have to do it. I'm home with my kids, so I'm doing this real quick on my makeshift board and all of that stuff. Let's see where the coaches are calling in from. Eli, what's going on, big man? You making anything? I know you woodworking son of a gun. Coach Dubs from Florida. We got Connecticut. We've got Panama, Florida, California, VHS. Talk to me when you're listening because, hey, I remember, this is how old I am. I'm going to get back to it. But growing up, my dad would make cassette tapes in the car, and he would sit there when they had the top 9 at 9. That's what it was when I was coming along. And he would sit there and he would have his radio right here, and he would have a cassette player right here with the blank cassette tape. And he would stop and start when the songs came on. So he made his own bootleg Hot 9 at 9 at 9. And we would listen to that in the car. That is what we did. We never had a CD player. We went straight from cassette tapes to Bluetooth. That's crazy. All right, now the divide concept against one high. Outside guys, they still do the same thing. They're taking an outside release. They are running vertical. If they can't win deep, then you sit it down right there. I know the run and shoot guys like to sit it out, break it out, but listening to Coach Timmy Chang in the very first one-back clinic, he said if he goes back and installs the run and shoot, he would have them break in because it's an easier throw for the quarterback. It's kind of hard to break outside and the quarterback's throwing it to the sideline. It's real easy when he breaks in and the quarterback can make that throw to him. The magic is with these two. Now remember, let's just say this is on a hash just for the argument's sake, and this safety is right there. Here's the hash. The Y is running the seam. He is 1 yard outside the seam, and he is running vertical. We'll get to his breaks later on. The magic is right here. This is the guy that divides the safety. He has the outside release, and he doesn't make his break. He doesn't do what he is supposed to do in the run and shoot until he gets through the under coverage. That is a huge thing. And the under coverage, if you don't know, is the linebackers or everything like that. After that is the safeties and the corners. So he has to get past the linebacker, outside release, and then once he does, since it's one high, he's going to snap it across. Now let me ask you, why do you think he's snapping the ball or snapping across like that with the one high safety? Come on. While you're doing that, while I ask that question, I'm going to check and see what's going on. We've got Eli, just took a break from building a couple barn doors. I knew it. We got Coach Albert from Houston, Texas. Dubs, yes. Coach Coleman, what's going on? Does anyone know why when it's a one high, we're going to break it across the dig, across the safety's face? Is because so that safety jumps it. We want to get that safety to jump, to drive down on that dig, because what does it open up? It opens up this right here. That is what it opens up. Thank you, Tony, to make the free safety make the decision. We are making this guy make that decision because if he jumps this dig, then the grass is wide open behind him. If he goes, you know what? Forget that dig. I'm going to go take that vertical shot, that seam. Then we have grass where we can throw that dig right there. And that's all you want to do. You want to, again, divide the safety. You want to make him be wrong always. Now, I know you can do that with a lot of different concepts and stuff like that. But the run and shoot divide play, it's unbelievable because it does it regardless of what the defense is giving you. That's something you want to look into. Run and shoot, it doesn't matter what the defense is. You've taught your kids everything they need to know so they make the decision out there on the field. When you're calling up plays to divide safeties, you have to make sure that you're calling the right play and the defense is running the right play as well. Run and shoot, don't have to do it. So again, you want to outside the key coaching points. This seam reader has to be a yard or two outside the hash. He has to get outside that hash because now you want to put space to make this safety make a decision. So that's the first one, seam reader a yard or two outside. Second, this guy, this number 3, he has to fight through the under coverage. So that means his break is different. I know a couple of y'all asked, hey, what's the break of that guy right there? It changes because if he gets past, let's say he runs 6 yards and then he breaks the under coverage, then he can snap it off. If this guy's dropping back, well, he has to right there, okay? I'm sorry if y'all missed that. But what I was going to say is this guy has to drop. So you're making your decision based on what he does. If he keeps dropping, you keep going until you get past him, then you snap it across. The third thing is the quarterback. You want to read what this guy's doing. What is he doing? Is he driving on that dig? Yes, throw the whole shot right here. Is he taking that shot away? Then throw the dig. It's a nice and simple if-then conversation. All right, so that's what we're going over today. We went over this. Go back to yesterday's video if you're watching it. We talked about the divide concept against too high. Tomorrow we're going to talk about switching and swapping, and that's where the fun stuff really happens. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below real quick while I go through it. And again, if you like this, if this is something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell notification off to the side, lets you know when I go live or when I post a new video. If you want my drill series, and it's a series of emails that dives deep into drills you can install in your own offense to get your points up, make things simple and all of that, click that link down below in the description or the first comment. You'll be taken to a page, you type in your email, you get those emails sent to you, all right? So I appreciate it, fellas. My wife, if you don't know, just came home. That's the joys of being here. I hope all y'all are doing all right. And until tomorrow, let's continue to master the spread, score points, and have fun.